Hey guys, and welcome to episode number 49 of Limitless Studios TV. As always, go and check out the forum, limitless-studios.com, and click on the forum. We've got over 150 something members now, which is pretty awesome. A lot of activity going on. Introduce yourself over there and start posting. You know, we've got mixes that people post up there. You can critique them. Also, you can post your own mixes up there, post instrument questions, all kinds of stuff. And there's a lot more people on there than just, you know, me and him to answer your questions. So there's a fairly large community over there, so you can go check that out. Next week is going to be our 50th episode. It should be something special, but it's probably not going to be anything special.
Yeah, it probably won't.
In a couple weeks, we're going to be doing a full guitar recording video that's going to be pretty awesome. Pretty excited about that. So stay tuned for that massive video. That's going to be like a half hour long.
Yeah, it'll probably be pretty long.
Yeah,
there's a lot of stuff to talk about.
Yeah, an insane amount of stuff to talk about. But this week we are going to be talking about DI boxes.
Yeah, it's probably going to be kind of short too, but of course we always say that, and they're usually like 9 minutes long. But anyway, I'm going to basically talk about this DI box here. It's kind of going to be like a review. I guess you could call it a review, but anyway, this is a Countryman Type 85 DI box. I'll put the link in the sidebar. Z-Sound sells it. Pretty much everywhere sells it, really, but I think it's like $180, $160, something like that. I actually bought this one on eBay. You can actually check that out too. I got this one for less, I think it was close to $90 off eBay. Shipped. I got this to record DIs for my guitar. For doing reamping and things like that. It's pretty important to have a nice DI box because you want the best signal. How to say that?
Truest signal?
Yeah, you want the most accurate signal to be recorded so that you can send it back through your amp and to get the true sound of the guitar with reamping. I've used the mixer 1/4 inch inputs, and those don't sound very good at all, so I don't recommend that. Make sure they're instrument inputs, because the ones on the mixers aren't instrument inputs, they're line inputs, and that doesn't sound good.
The fast tracks do a decent job.
Yeah, they're not too bad.
They still are a little muddy.
But
completely avoid your instrument inputs on mixers, completely avoid your line inputs on, because there's a line input switch on the fast track series as well. Don't use that when recording DIs.
With a DI box, you have a instrument input right here, and then you have an amp output. That would basically what you're doing is you're going to split the signal. There's another output on the side here. It's a 1/4 inch XLR connection. You would plug the 1/4 inch connection into your interface via mic cable or XLR cable, whatever you want to call it. You would also send this to your amp so that you can hear your distortion or your clean tones or whatever while you're actually recording the DI. And then you have a instrument input, which is where you actually plug in the guitar. I think I already said that, but and you have a little switch here for pickup or speaker. You can actually I think you can run this out of the output of the amplifier into this box and then into the speaker, and I think this will you use this little speaker switch. I think that's how you run it. I'm not quite sure on that. You can check the manual for clarification. And then on the other side here, you have an open or ground switch. This I always leave it on the ground thing on the bottom. It helps prevent ground loops. This is an active DI box. I like active DI boxes better than passive DI boxes. Passive DI boxes don't require any power or anything, so they're good for that kind of application, but an active DI box has a higher impedance, and generally for active guitar pickups, or actually I have that the other way around. For passive pickups, you want a active DI box. If you're running all EMGs or something like that, you can go ahead and get a passive DI box. It won't be that big of a deal. But let's see what else. Well, like I said, this is an active DI box, so it requires phantom power. And if you don't have phantom power, it'll actually run off of a 9-volt battery. There's a 9-volt battery inside of here. And to get to that, you unscrew this little screw on the bottom here, and then this little panel in here with the connections slides out of the box, and there's a battery inside there in the middle. And that's actually used as a backup battery too. So if your phantom power fails while you're recording or something like that, or on a stage, some people record DIs on stage. Then
for live DVDs or something.
Yeah, then
reamp the tracks later.
The 9-volt battery will pick up the slack. So I guess that's pretty much it about this DI box. This is a kind of an expensive one. There are some more expensive ones than this, but they get pretty ridiculous.
Radial's got a new like rack one that's like insane.
Yeah, it does like reamping and everything. It's like $1,500.
Yeah, it's got 4 amp outputs on it. So you could run one and then record all 4 amps at the same time.
That'd probably be more useful in a live situation than a recording situation.
That thing is like $2,000 though.
Yeah, it's
for a DI box.
There are some pretty expensive DI boxes. I think there's some that are like $800 or something. Personally, I don't see the point in spending that much unless you got like some really high-end gear. But
yeah, then Art also makes one that's only like $30 or something. I don't know if that's any better than the fast track inputs or not.
Yeah, Behringer makes one too. Somebody asked about that in one of our forums if we'd used one. Haven't used one yet, so I can't really tell you if it's going to be any better or worse or anything like that. There's one that I hear recommended all the time. I think it's called the Samson S Direct. I think it's about $50 or something. I've heard that being recommended several times.
And there's also the Red Eye
by
Little Labs, which will actually allow you to reamp and record DIs.
Yeah, if you'd like to reamp.
That one's $250, something like that.
I think something like that. It might be cheaper at a retailer.
Yeah,
if you can find one.
But that allows you to do reamping and DI, so you don't have to buy 2 different boxes to do the same, or 2 different units to do different things. It's all in one unit.
Yeah.
And that's made by Little Labs. You can look them up. So I think it's going to be a overview of DIs and the Countryman DI box.
Yeah, or I guess I should say you could also use this for bass as well. If you'd watched our bass episode, the bass comparison video between the Tectony one, the real one, and the Sansamp plugin, we actually use this DI box for the bass, for the software track. So this works great for bass as well. And I guess that's pretty much it here.
Yeah, I don't know if there's anything else that you can run a DI track.
I guess you could use it for keyboards too if you wanted.
Yeah, I don't know anything about keyboards.
I don't either.
But any kind of stringed instrument that has a output.
Yeah, a 1/4-inch output.
You can run a DI box and reamp it later. A violin or something. That would be interesting.
Electric violin.
Yeah. Direct. And they're called direct injection boxes.
Yeah, that's the technical term for it.
Direct injection boxes.
I've always called it direct input.
Yeah, but they're technically called direct injection boxes.
Yeah, but I guess you could use them interchangeably. They kind of mean the same thing. So.
Yeah. All right, well, I think that's going to be it for episode 49.
Yep.
And as always, check out the forum. Lots of stuff going on there. Link will be in the sidebar. And live streams on Fridays and Sundays. Fridays around 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, and Sundays around 3 p.m. Eastern Time. And we'll be answering questions and recording this video. We're actually streaming right now.
Yeah.
So if you want to see us record the video live, you can come around 7:30 Eastern Time on Fridays to see the live recording of the video that will go out on the next Monday.
Also, check out our band YouTube, YouTube. YouTube.com/Stack of Noises.
Yep, all one word, Stack of Noises.
Yeah. And
we have a live take of Age Old Tale up there, as well as some recording of the albums. We got a couple of those up there as well.
And of course our band website at son.limitless-studios.com.
Yep.
And I guess we'll put all of these links in the sidebar over there, I guess it is.
Yeah. So that's going to be it.
Yeah, that's going to be it.
So keep on watching for daily tips. We realize we haven't gotten to them, but they will be coming.
Yeah.
Just be patient. And also, there's a suggestion place on the forum. So if you have suggestions for daily tips or actual videos, post them there. And we will get to them as soon as possible. And so I think that's going to be it. And we will see you in our 50th episode next week. So stay tuned for that.